This is the lowest rank in the United States Army. Private, also known as E-1. At this rank, there are no stripes or insignia on the uniform. Privates are new recruits, usually undergoing basic combat training. They are supervised closely by drill sergeants, who are responsible for teaching discipline, military customs, and basic combat skills. Orders are direct, routines are strict, and expectations are clearly enforced. Privates perform basic duties such as cleaning, maintaining equipment, and following instructions. Tasks like scrubbing boots are part of daily responsibility and reinforce attention to detail. Physical training is a core part of a private's life. They complete exercises like push-ups, long-distance running, and obstacle courses to build strength and endurance. This is the starting point of the Army rank structure. From here, soldiers can progress upward through enlisted ranks, warrant officers, and commissioned officers, depending on time in service, performance, and qualifications. Private Second Class, E-2, is the second lowest rank in the U.S. Army's enlisted structure. After completing basic training, this is the first promotion a soldier earns, and it comes with visible change. For the first time, the uniform now displays rank, a single chevron, usually placed on the chest or upper sleeve. While still considered a junior enlisted soldier, the move from E-1 to E-2 is a signal of progress. It means the soldier has met expectations during training and is ready for more responsibility. E-2s are no longer treated as brand new recruits. They're expected to act with more independence, more discipline, and more focus. Their day-to-day duties remain basic, but consistent. They perform guard shifts, clean and maintain weapons, assist in supply handling, participate in field training exercises, and carry out orders given by senior enlisted personnel. You'll often see them operating radios, setting up camp, or marching in formation under NCO supervision. Though they hold no formal leadership role, E-2s are often looked at by E-1 privates as examples, soldiers who've made it through the toughest phase. Their job now is to keep learning, to stay sharp, and to prepare for the next level, the rank of Private First Class. Promotion to EU typically comes automatically after around 6 months of service, as long as the soldier hasn't violated any disciplinary standards. However, some new recruits, like those with college credits, JROTC, or who scored high on placement exams, may enter the Army at the E-2 level. At this stage, most soldiers are either still in basic training or have entered advanced individual training, where they begin focusing on their specific military occupational specialty, or MOS. Whether they're learning infantry tactics, medical support, IT systems, or engineering roles, the E-2 rank is where specialization begins. They're still supervised closely, but commanders now expect them to handle pressure, follow orders with precision, and contribute to team operations. The Army doesn't expect perfection, but it expects improvement. Private Second Class is still near the bottom of the rank chart, but it's a vital stage. It's the beginning of real accountability, real work, and the path to becoming a full professional soldier. Private First Class, E-3, is the third enlisted rank in the U.S. Army, and a major turning point in a soldier's development. By this stage, the recruit is no longer new. They've completed both basic combat training and advanced individual training, and they're now fully assigned to their unit and military occupational specialty, or MOS. The insignia changes too. One upward-pointing chevron with a curved rocker below it. It's more than just a new patch. It represents a higher level of trust and responsibility. Unlike E-1 or E-2, a Private First Class is now expected to operate independently. Whether they're in a motor pool, a field artillery unit, a medical platoon, or an intelligence office, they're expected to know their duties and perform them without constant supervision. PFCs are the backbone of day-to-day military operations. They transport gear, maintain weapons, set up communication systems, and carry out mission prep. They're frequently deployed on training exercises and field missions, where they apply their MOS-specific skills in real scenarios. While still technically junior enlisted, a PFC may begin to take on informal mentorship roles, helping new E-1 and E-2 soldiers learn routines, standards, and expectations. They're not in charge, but they're no longer the ones being shown how everything works. They're starting to represent what a disciplined, reliable soldier looks like. Promotion to E-3 typically occurs after 12 months of time in service and 4 months as an E-2, but some soldiers may advance more quickly through performance-based achievements or accelerated promotion program. At this level, soldiers also start to get noticed. Squad leaders and sergeants begin identifying who shows potential for future leadership. A strong PFC is often recommended for early promotion to specialist or corporal, depending on their performance, attitude, and MOS readiness. First class may still be a junior rank, but it's the rank where soldiers stop being trained and start being relied upon. It's a symbol of growth, professionalism, and operational readiness within the Army's enlisted structure. At the E-4 level, a soldier can be either a specialist or a corporal. Both share the same pay grade, but serve very different roles. A specialist is focused on technical skill. They are experts in their assigned job, whether it's electronics, logistics, intelligence, or vehicle repair. They don't lead troops, but they're trusted for accuracy, precision, and deep job knowledge. The corporal, on the other hand, is a leader. It's the first official non-commissioned officer rank, or NCO. Corporals are responsible for small teams of soldiers, called fire teams or squads. Their job is to maintain discipline, enforce standards, and guide the junior enlisted ranks, usually E-1 through E-3. They lead training drills, correct mistakes, and report to sergeants. E-4 soldiers are specialists. Becoming a corporal takes more: proven leadership, high performance, and command approval. But earning corporal is a key step towards sergeant and the start of a leadership career in the Army. So at E-4, you're either the one people ask for help, or the one leading them, technician or leader. Both paths matter. E-5, sergeant. This is where leadership truly begins in the U.S. Army. Sergeants are the backbone of the military. They're in charge of squads, usually 9 to 10 soldiers. They lead, train, discipline, and guide the junior enlisted every single day. Unlike a corporal, who might lead a small fire team, a sergeant runs the entire squad. That means coordinating missions, maintaining accountability, and setting the tone for discipline. Soldiers look up to their sergeant not just for orders, but for mentorship, toughness, and experience. The best sergeants lead from the front, never asking their soldiers to do anything they wouldn't do themselves. Promotion to E-5 usually takes around 36 months of service, but performance, MOS needs, and recommendation from higher-ups also play a role. This is the first rank where leadership is a full-time job, and the Army expects you to live up to that responsibility every single day. Staff Sergeant, E-6, a step above sergeant, a step deeper into leadership. Staff sergeants lead squads or sections, and they assist platoon leaders in running operations. At this level, a staff sergeant is no longer just giving orders. They're managing people, plans, and performance. They supervise other sergeants, oversee equipment readiness, and ensure missions are executed correctly and safely. They're also responsible for the morale and discipline of their soldiers, especially in high-pressure environments. A staff sergeant must know how to train others, solve problems quickly, and lead without hesitation. This rank often includes administrative duties, managing duty rosters, evaluating junior NCOs, and reporting up to senior leaders. Promotion to E6 typically requires several years of experience, a strong performance record, and completion of leadership training like the basic leader course and advanced leader course. In many ways, staff sergeants are the ones who make sure everything gets done, and that it gets done right. E7, Sergeant First Class. A title earned not just through time, but through trials. The Sergeant First Class stands as the steel spine of the U.S. Army, a senior non-commissioned officer who commands respect, balance, and vision. They don't just lead a team, they shape an entire platoon. They are advisors to lieutenants, mentors to sergeants, and guardians to young privates finding their way. In operations, the SFC handles it all, From planning missions, managing gear and logistics, to maintaining the sharp edge of combat readiness. They're often the most experienced soldier on the ground, calm under fire, clear under pressure, and firm when others waver. Look at their sleeve, and you'll see the symbol of their burden and honor. 3 chevrons, 2 curved rockers, the mark of a sergeant first class. It's not just a patch. It's proof that this soldier has earned the trust of commanders and the loyalty of troops. They speak with action, they teach by example, they lead from the front, always. E-7, Sergeant First Class. Not just a rank, but a legacy carried forward, one mission at a time. E-8. At this level, the rank no longer defines the soldier defines the rank. 2 titles emerge here, both held in equal measure of respect and weight. Master Sergeant and First Sergeant. Same pay grade, same insignia, 3 chevrons on top, 3 rockers below. But the difference is found not in cloth, but in calling. The Master Sergeant is a subject matter expert, the tactical spine of the army. He may not be seen out front, but rest assured, he's behind every successful mission. They handle operations, oversee training, manage large-scale logistics, and advise commanders at the battalion and brigade levels. They shape readiness. They know the doctrine. They write the plans others follow. You'll find a Master Sergeant briefing officers, leading special combat training, or coordinating multi-unit deployments. And yes, when needed, the MSG deploys to war zones, especially as senior advisors or operational leaders in complex missions. The First Sergeant wears the same stripes, but carries a diamond at the center. Because he's the center of everything. He is the senior enlisted leader of a company, overseeing anywhere from 100 to 250 soldiers. Their mission? Discipline, morale, mentorship, the human side of the army. When a soldier is promoted, disciplined, deployed, the First Sergeant is there. When a new private arrives, or a family needs help, or someone breaks down, the First Sergeant is there. He doesn't just maintain standards, he is the standard. And when the unit deploys, he goes too, not just to lead, but to protect, to fight, to bring his soldiers home. 2 roles, 1 rank, 1 weight, carried differently, but equally. Master Sergeants guide the mission. First Sergeants guide the people. And both have earned the trust of generals and the respect of privates. They wear 6 stripes, but they carry entire units. E-8, Master Sergeant. First Sergeant. The pillars of strength in the modern U.S. Army. E-9. The final step in the enlisted path, where stripes are earned through decades of service and voices carry the weight of generations. At this level, there is no rank above you, only responsibility greater than ever before. The technical giant, the one behind policy, operations, and discipline. A master of systems, a guardian of standards, a strategist in uniform. The Sergeant Major isn't here to impress, he's here to enforce. He ensures every regulation lives not just in the book, but in the barracks, on the field, and in every formation. Where the mission meets the people, that's where you'll find the CSM. They are the heartbeat of an entire battalion or brigade. The Command Sergeant Major stands beside the commander, never behind, never in front, always beside. They carry the voices of hundreds, even thousands, and turn them into decisions. Where there's change, the CSM guides it. Where there's conflict, they calm it. And then there is one, the single highest enlisted rank in the United States Army, the voice of all enlisted soldiers, spoken in one uniform by one leader. The Sergeant Major of the Army walks the halls of the Pentagon, but never forgets the mud of the battlefield. He advises generals, briefs Congress, and still kneels to speak with privates. He doesn't just represent the Army, he lives it. SGM, CSM, SMA, 3 titles, 1 legacy. This is the peak, not of rank, but of trust. E-9, where the mission, the people, and the entire Army find their enlisted voice. From E-1 to E-9, from the first salute to the final formation. We've marched through every enlisted rank in the United States Army, one stripe at a time. If you've served, are serving, or dream of serving, this was for you. If we made a mistake, help us correct it in the comments below. And if you found this journey valuable, like, share, and subscribe, because honoring those who serve should never stop at E9.